Welcome back everyone to the Audacious Money Witch channel, where we talk about the magic behind the stock market. What's up? Ever wonder what's really going on with Qualcomm? Well, buckle up, because we're about to spill the tea on how this OG tech giant is low-key transforming and why everyone might be sleeping on them. And speaking of spilling the tea, we're going to be diving into their Q3 2025 numbers today because Qualcomm is dropping their fiscal Q3 2025 earnings after market close. So get ready for some fresh intel. Qualcomm, from just phones to everywhere, everything. Since its founding in 1985, Qualcomm has made its name as a wireless technology company. It patents and licenses the technology that mobile devices need for creativity and processing, including modems for iPhones and Snapdragon core processing units for Android smartphones. That is the old business of Qualcomm, said Cristiano Amon, the CEO.
Automotive. Every single car company in the world, no exception, it's a Qualcomm customer, one form or the other. We work with all the Americans, all the Europeans, all the Japanese, all the Koreans, all the Indians, all the Chinese. Whether it's connecting the car to the cloud, the processors that drive the car, as well as autonomy.
While licensing wireless technology is still the largest component of Qualcomm's revenue in earnings, the company's growth engine is now semiconductor chips. Its chips are already being used in smartwatches, smart glasses, and automobiles. The glow-up is real, Qualcomm's new era. But peep this. While those phone bucks are still coming in hot, Qualcomm's real glow-up is happening with semiconductor chips. We're talking chips in your sleek smartwatch, your futuristic smart glasses, and even, wait for it, your cars. Ammon's out here saying they're creating a whole new squad of customers, from energy to retail manufacturing. It's an ever-expanding list, fam, and it's giving major main character energy. Phones are a good proxy of customer confidence and economic activity, Ammon said, so we will see how that develops. Ammon trained as an electrical engineer in Brazil, where he was born and raised. His engineering career took him to Japan to work for NEC and then to San Diego when he joined Qualcomm in 1995. Cars are the new phones. This is where it gets wild. Qualcomm's Snapdragon digital chassis is straight up becoming the MVP for the next-gen vehicles. Think about it. Cars are basically becoming giant iPhones on wheels. We're talking connected AF, screens for days like the whole living room experience, and insane ADAS, advanced driver assistance systems, tech keeping you safe.
Tesla has hyped up its autopilot and full self-driving systems quite a bit.
It's not nearly as good as what you might think it is.
Tesla's driver assistance system ranked 8th on a list by Consumer Reports. Mercedes, Ford, and GM were all rated higher. Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, or ADAS, refers to a set of features that automate or assist aspects of driving that drivers would otherwise have to do themselves. ADAS systems are different from true self-driving cars. ADAS and self-driving cars are becoming huge, ever more important topics in the auto industry for car makers, consumers, investors, and regulators. But these concepts can be confusing and aren't that well understood. The Society of Automotive Engineers breaks ADAS systems down like this. There are 6 levels of automation, from just the bare-bones safety features to a car that completely drives itself. Most of the systems on the market today are level 2. That means they can assist the driver, even to the point of allowing them to take hands off the wheel and feet off the pedals. But the driver needs to be attentive and ready to take over at a moment's notice. The features on these systems break down this way. There are safety features, which prevent accidents, and convenience features, which make driving a bit easier. Both of these types are becoming common, but there are many differences in how much assistance each offers, how it works, and how well it performs day in and day out.
ADAS, it's Kelly and the Tesla.
The systems in Consumer Reports' list are all level 2.
Qualcomm CFO is dropping stats like silicon growing north of 15 to 20% every year. in the automotive game. And while other chip companies are struggling, Qualcomm just scooped up 30 new design wins in Q2. Y'all, this ain't just a lane change. It's a whole new highway. This is why they're eyeing $4 billion in revenue by 2026 and a mind-blowing $8 billion by 2029 from this new market. Period. Diversification and AI revolution is giving big brain energy. Qualcomm isn't just stopping at cars, they're going to need for speed into the Internet of Things. Think Meta's Quest, VR headsets, and Windows PCs. Qualcomm's chips are in there making it happen. They even snatched up Edge Impulse and Focus AI, which are basically giving them superpowers in Edge AI and intelligent video analytics. It's all about building out that software and making it impossible for competitors to even think about catching up. They're coming for that $4 billion in industrial Internet of Things revenue by 2029, premiumization, and the iPhone Flex, not your mama's smartphone market. Now, about those phones, Wall Street might be sleeping on the mature smartphone market, but they're missing the major flex happening. People aren't just buying any phone.
Hey BMW, activate ejector seat.
Launching mode in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Mom,
1.
what?
Just kidding.
They're going for the premium, high-performance devices, and guess who's got the goods? Qualcomm with their Fire Snapdragon platforms like the Snapdragon 8 Elite. But the real game changer, AI-powered smartphones. We're talking about devices that have an assistant that actually does stuff for you, making your life easier. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a whole new era. Amman's comparing it to the jump from flip phones to smartphones, and that's a mood. This trend is going to drive up prices and make phone NPU, neural processing unit, performance the new flex. Qualcomm's investing heavily here, and they're ready for the revolution. Right now, we have no direct tariff exposure, Amman said. Qualcomm has a diverse supply chain and produces roughly 20% of its chips in the US, with partners that include Samsung and the TSMC. The chips they do produce in China have so far been excluded from Trump's tariffs. So the trade war hasn't directly impacted Qualcomm's bottom line yet. Wall Street's confused, but we see the vision. According to different studies, the TAM of the newly discovered end market may be massive. The macro trend of AI-powered smartphones in the next few years will act as a bullish driver for rising average selling price and will play an important role in Qualcomm's future growth. Mobile AI market size growth rate from 2024 is more like a CAGR of 27%. So with all this groundbreaking stuff happening, why is Qualcomm stock flat? And why does Wall Street only predict a sad 4.7% CAGR for the next 5 years? Their forward PE is only 13%, which is kind of wild when their historical average is chilling around 20 to 21. It's giving them undervalued queen vibes. Amman's keeping it real.
A lot of investors think about the Qualcomm of the past. That company is no longer here. It's a new Qualcomm. And it is the same great spirit of innovation, the same technology, but it's a company that is now present in more markets than just mobile. Most investors look at Qualcomm as a mobile company because that's our largest business, and I recognize that. I think it's the largest component of the Qualcomm revenue and earnings. It's interesting, like even you started this conversation asking about the licensing business, which a lot of the investors have a memory thinking about Qualcomm licensing business, licensing disputes, mobile's concentrated as in growth. But if you get past that and you actually look of what the real Qualcomm is today, and you look at how essential we have become to the auto industry and how much excitement and technology there is in auto, how well positioned we are for the AI happening at the edge, because AI is going to get scale and it's going to happen in all the devices, in all the industries we're present. And how we actually have an IP portfolio that every industry we said we're going to go, we end up building the leading platform, then you think about the incredible potential. When I look at our multiples, I think we're trading at mobile multiples. And I think that means we're trading at a discount because investors are not yet looking at those markets. And I recognize they're growing. So eventually, I think investors are going to get there.
Investors are not yet looking at those new markets, but best believe they're about to wake up. Qualcomm's got more U.S. patent applications than anyone else, and they just had their highest revenue ever in Q1 2025. And speaking of numbers, analysts are eyeing Q3 2025 with an expected EPS of around $2.71 and revenue of around $10.3 billion. We'll see how those numbers stack up after the market closes. Qualcomm isn't just a phone chip company anymore. They're diversified, dominating the automotive space, crushing it in Internet of Things, and ready to ride the massive wave of AI and smartphones. They're making moves, securing the bag, and proving they got the assets for future of tech. What do you think? Is Qualcomm about to have its moment, or are investors right to be skeptical? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to tune in for those Q3 2025 earnings.